Welcome back. I'm glad to see you again today. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I want to read you several short poems. I was late in life. I was probably in my 40s when I discovered the power of poetry. I had been seduced by prose. I thought it was more efficient. And I would say I felt that I really didn't get poetry. And then I discovered that the point was not to get it, but to let it get me. And poetry finds ways of seeping into deeper places, into the heart, into the unconscious even, with images that speak to us in our depths. So today I invite you to listen with your heart. Open yourself to these poems. The poet that we'll be considering today is Hafiz, a Persian poet, a Sufi mystic, who was writing and living in the 14th century in what is today Iran. And so let's turn from talking about him to listening to him as he talks to us. And as we allow ourselves to hear the wisdom of Hafiz. Manic screaming. We should make all spiritual talk simple. God is trying to sell you something, but you don't want to buy. That's what your suffering is. Your fantastic haggling, your manic screaming over the price. What happens? What happens when your soul begins to awaken your eyes and your heart and all the cells of your body to the great journey of love? First, there's wonderful laughter and probably some tears, and 100 sweet promises and those heroic vows no one can ever keep. But still, God is delighted and amused that you once tried to be a saint. What happens when your soul begins to awake in this world? Awake to our deep need to love and to serve the friend. Oh, the beloved will send you one of his wild and wonderful companions, someone like Hafiz. Someone should start laughing. I have 1,000 brilliant lies for the question, how are you? I have 1,000 brilliant lies for the question, who is God? If you think that truth can be known from words, if you think that the sun and the ocean can pass through that tiny opening called the mouth, oh, someone should start laughing. Someone should start wildly laughing now. Every moment. I rarely let the word no escape from my mouth because it is so plain to my soul that God has shouted, yes, 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 to every luminous movement in existence. I know the way you can get. I know the way you can get when you have not had a drink of love. Your face hardens. Your sweet muscles cramp. Children become concerned about a strange look that appears in your eyes, which even begins to worry your own mirror. and knows. Squirrels and birds sense your sadness and call an important conference in a tall tree. They decide which secret code to chant to help your mind and soul. Even angels fear that brand of madness that arrays itself against the world and throws sharp stones and spears into the innocent and into one's self. Oh, I know the way you can get if you've not been out drinking love. You might rip apart each sentence your friends and teachers say, looking for hidden clauses. You might weigh every word on a scale like a dead fish. You might pull out a ruler to measure from every angle in your darkness the beautiful dimensions of your heart you once trusted. I know the way you can get if you've not had a drink from love's hand. Dear one, please bring your heart near me, for all I care about is quenching your thirst for freedom. All a sane man can ever care about is giving love. Two more. Keeping watch. In the morning, when I began to wake, it happened again. That feeling that you, beloved, had stood over me all night, keeping watch. That feeling that as soon as I began to stir, you put your lips on my forehead and lit a holy lamp inside my heart. And our last one for today, tripping over joy. What's the difference between your experience of existence and that of a saint? The saint knows that the spiritual path is a sublime chess game with God, and that the beloved has just made such a fantastic move that the saint is now continually tripping over joy and bursting out in laughter and saying, I surrender. Whereas, my dear, I'm afraid you still think you have 1,000 serious moves. Well, ponder the wisdom of Hafiz. Perhaps it will encourage you to go back, or if not, something that you've done before for the first time, discover poetry. Watch this video again, listen to these poems, see where they lead you, and come back again soon. Be well. Bye for now.